What's up, guys? So I want to make a creatine video because you see a lot of these videos on YouTube, and a lot of them, they tell you what that is, their results on it, and so on and so forth. But a lot of people don't really know what it does. A lot of people just think it brings water into your muscles and it makes you big. But that's not really the reality of it. Creatine is a non-essential nutrient, which means uh, your body creates it naturally itself. Creatine is created by three amino acids, them being L-arginine, glycine, and L-methionine. Now, the main goal of creatine in the body is during activity, any sort of activity or strain on the body that requires high amount of energy use. Um, it activates, or it makes the phosphagen system rapidly try to resynthesize ATP from ADP. So what creatine does is when it's synthesized in the body through the liver and the kidneys, it comes into the body as a phosphocreatine, as a phosphate now. And what this does is ATP or ADP takes the phosphate from the phosphocreatine, so now it's ATP, and this is pretty much what the main use of creatine is. It's gives you a higher energy resynthesization, I guess you'd say. So that's pretty much what creatine does. Now there's a whole bunch of different creatines, and I got a whole list of them over here from bodybuilding.com. So we'll go through them, a few of the bigger names, and we'll go through what they do. So I tried three. I've tried monohydrate, micronized, and crealkaline. So we'll go through this. The creatine monohydrate has the most studies done on it, so if you're going for just any creatine, the monohydrate would probably be your best bet. Has the most studies, the most backbone behind any other creatine, pretty much. It's more effective. It's really cheap. It's not soluble in water. And it's just because of surface area and impurities, things like that. A lot of people report diarrhea or discomfort, but that's usually associated with some sort of underlying disease of some sort. So it's not definitive. Bloating, so on and so forth. So then we go to the micronized creatine. Micronized, usually it's micronized monohydrate or whatever. It's the same as monohydrate. Still works just as great. It's more effective because I guess it breaks down in the body differently in the stomach. It's a little more expensive, and it does require a loading phase. I'd say most creatines, especially monohydrate, require a loading phase. There's creatine ethyl ester. Ethyl ester. I've never tried it, but I know a lot of people like it. It has increased absorption, so I guess it's all about the pH of it. Apparently all users respond to it, which I don't know if that's true either. Creatine works differently for everyone. It doesn't have any of the side effects of monohydrate, so it means no bloating, so on and so forth, and no loading phase. Now there is a foul taste that comes with that. Now the big one that I don't like is, and I've tried it, is crealkaline. And crealkaline, in my honest to God opinion, does not work. You know, there is no studies behind crealkaline that say it works. It doesn't matter what the label says. The label can say anything. None of this stuff goes through the FDA. So you're going to believe a supplement that hasn't gone through the FDA that says scientifically proven. It's not scientifically proven because it hasn't went through the FDA. It's not true. There hasn't been enough studies on it. So I wouldn't buy into it. I was on it for like almost a year back 2 years ago, and it did nothing for me. Absolutely nothing. The one thing that I've taken that actually showed any sort of improvement was the micronized creatine, and that was like a matter of 40 pounds on my bench in 1 month. That's one cycle, and it was this Optimum Nutritions, and this shit works. I'd suggest taking it when you're in a plateauing, like when you just stop seeing results and you're kind of like in that down period where you're like, what do I do? And I'm not motivated. Creatine, micronized creatine. That's my suggestion. Anyway, you guys can go look at my videos. I have other reviews, and I probably bullshit in a lot of them because I didn't know what I was talking about back then. But I'd put my money on micronized creatine. Anyone will see results on micronized creatine if they do it right, which is just a loading period. So for the first 4 days of you on it, you take 20-25 grams a day, which is safe. You're not going to go through any kidney or liver failures unless you have some sort of kidney or liver disease. Then every other day afterwards, it's just a 5-gram maintenance, really. And you can do that in the morning, in the afternoons, prior to workout, post workout, doesn't matter. Creatine's creatine. It's going to take a little while to get into your bloodstream and to actually get into the muscle, so that way it can go through the phosphagen system. So it doesn't matter when you take it. It doesn't. People will tell you otherwise, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. When you break it down, it just sits in the muscle as phosphocreatine, and it's utilized whenever it's needed through a high energy demand activity. Anyway, I hope this was informative, help some people out. If you guys liked the video, like it, favorite, subscribe, and plenty more videos coming soon. Later.